Nelson says, go sign Clay Matthews. But why? You don't need him. You brought in Everson Griffen. There's no need to go get Clay Matthews. So, Nelson, I think the Cowboys pass on that one. All right, Alan Williams with a question on Zeke Elliott. He wants to know, how many rushing yards will Zeke have in 2020? So my hope this year for the Cowboys is that Elliott is your closer. He finishes off games in impressive fashion and has a bunch of yards in the third and fourth quarter because you used your aerial attack early. You still ran the ball, but you used the aerial attack early, used the pass to set up the run. Look, he had 1,350-something last year. I think 1,400 is a pretty good over-under. But I think what Alan's really asking here is if Zeke will lead the NFL in rushing. He's done it twice already, which is kind of crazy to think about. So will he do it another year? Type Y for yes, type N for no. This will be the pinned comment on this video. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, I want you guys to scroll on down, cast your votes. Will the Zeke lead the NFL in rushing? Y for yes, N for no. Steve says trade Michael Gallup to the Baltimore Ravens for Marcus Peters. First off, stop trying to trade Michael Gallup. Second off, I actually appreciate you getting the Cowboys something good. So I appreciate that, Steve. You're getting a player that fills a role. Again, two big problems here. Number one, you do not fill another need by creating one. You can't trade for a corner, and now you need to go get another receiver. That's not good roster building. The other problem here is the Ravens just paid Marcus Peters. They're not going to move on from him because it doesn't make sense from a cap perspective. So, in the end, the Ravens for sure say no, and the Cowboys still might say no as well. From Emil Patterson, a quarterback as O-lineman or the other way around. I am honestly not sure what you're saying, Emil. I meant quarterback as in, that has the most impact on a roster, if that is what you're referring to. So quarterback has the most impact. Clarify it if you want, Emil, in the comments. I'll try and pay attention to it. But the quarterback is easily the most impactful player every play in the NFL. One-way Reggie, and maybe we can get to that King J super chat about the offensive line too. Can Joe Looney start? Well, I think it's not can Joe Looney start. I think Joe Looney will start for this team. The Cowboys said Looney was working with the ones with no preseason and very much a limited camp. The veteran has the advantage. So I do believe that Joe Looney is going to start week 1 for this Cowboys team. Will he keep the job the entire year? Maybe, maybe not. Is your starter in 2021? I hope it's actually Tyler Biadasz. But for this year, Joe Looney as a stopgap, look, that works out pretty darn well for the Cowboys because it's enough for them with an offensive line that should once again still be top 10. Nelson wants to know if I think CeeDee Lamb will be wide receiver 1 by the end of the season. If CeeDee Lamb had been drafted by the Raiders, I would have said yes. But he was taken by the Cowboys. And it is a very high bar to clear that the vast majority of rookie receivers, even if they're as talented as CeeDee Lamb, if they were a top 10 guy coming out like he was for me, it's a difficult bar to clear. So do I think he is at times having wide receiver 1 games? You bet. Do I think he becomes the true number 1? Probably not as a rookie because you have Gallup and you have Amari Cooper. Speaking of Amari Cooper, you can get his jersey, chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. They've got Cooper. They've got Zeke. They got a whole bunch of Cowboys players. They oftentimes go on sale, so go check it out. chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. A ton of variety of players. No, I don't think actually any of the teams on Fanatics have more options available than the Cowboys do in terms of different players, and there are custom ones too. That link will be in the comments and in the description. It's chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. Anthony Bapur, what is the max you pay Cheeto if he has a solid year? It's a great question. How do we define solid? Does he emerge as a number 1 corner? Because then, I'm willing to pay. If he sticks as a number 2 corner, I might just let him walk because with the way the salary cap works in the NFL, the middle class of players gets squeezed. Your cheap guys always have a spot. Your top-end expensive guys, you keep them. The middle class, the guys who can start but you don't have enough money for, you want to invest it elsewhere, guys like Cheeto and I think potentially Jordan Lewis and Woods and Clinton Dix, those guys end up leaving. So I need to know what solid means in terms of is he a CB1, a CB2? If he's a CB3, then no. But if he's a CB2, maybe 7-ish at most per year. King J, Connor Williams still banged up. Does McGovern start week 1? So here's what the Cowboys are doing right now. Williams was not placed on the PUP list. They are going to work him in at a normal pace or a slower pace, whatever term you want to use, and build him up. I believe that McCarthy wants Williams to be the guy. The Cowboys want him to start because he's been the starter. McGovern's never played in an NFL game, even a preseason game. So if Williams is healthy, and I think the track right now is for him to be, but that can change. If he's healthy, I believe Williams starts week 1 because, well, right now he's the better football player. If he's not healthy, or if McGovern really impresses in camp when he gets a shot, well, then I think it is McGovern. So you guys get your votes in. CM for Connor McGovern or CW for Connor Williams. I am not trying to dump Williams already. I still think he's your most likely guy, but this is a real competition because of C-Will's injury. So get your votes in. CM for Connor McGovern, CW for Connor Williams. From King J says, free Tony Pollard, expecting big things from my guy this year. I want to increase Pollard's usage a little bit more. He's not better than Zeke, but he does bring you some big plays, can help you in the passing game on returns and in the run game. I love to free him up on some good kick returns because that special teams unit was bad last year for the Cowboys. But if you're Dallas, find a way to get Pollard, 6-ish touches per game, and I think you feel, and sometimes more, of course, sometimes maybe a bit less, but I think that average is about right for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you are a true Cowboys fan, unlike the Eagles fan that I blocked today, I want you guys to subscribe. No one out there is going to have more consistent videos, going to have better coverage, going to do a better job of keeping updated and engaging with you guys on the show than we will here right now. So hit that subscribe button if you are a true Cowboys fan. JB's 97 as appeal to producer Dylan has worked. You've been noticed, my friend. From Steez, how about Diggs as cornerback 1 by the end of the year? Now that is possible. I think it would almost be a little bit more likely than Lamb because there's a better opportunity. But Diggs is not as good as Lamb. That's just the reality. Look at where they were taken. And Diggs, life is tough as a rookie corner. So if I can get a cornerback 2 year out of Diggs, that is what I want. I'd be so happy if that happened for you Dallas Cowboys. Fuse B. Producers are awesome. First off, Dylan, stop letting them suck up to you and get on the show. It's not right, all right? At least share the love and Venmo me at what going down. Can we trade Crawford and or Hill for a better than average safety? No, because no one's taking on Crawford's $8 million salary, and nobody wants Tristan Hill. He was bad last year. If those guys get dealt, I literally don't think Crawford would. If Hill gets dealt, it's like a late day 3 pick. Maybe it's a 5th if you're lucky. So those guys is trade value because of injury for Crawford right now, and coming off injury and his contract is non-existent. And Tristan Hill doesn't have much value because, well, he was really bad last year. So I don't foresee it happening for the Dallas Cowboys. If we're trying to trade one of those guys, maybe now is the time to kind of give up that pipe dream. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.